here about a bitch, or we need to talk some shit through, or this is what happened, he's more than free to do that. But any girl that comes to me and says, you know what your brother did, is getting battered in her shit.
But you was talking capital D type. You was identifying as trans water bottle. But you was really earbud packs.
Listen, me and Kiana have made it 21 years without going to jail behind that boy. Okay? We deserve this party.
Yes, this is not for him.
It's
This party because it's
been plenty of times.
Not for him.
Yeah, it's been plenty of times where it was close.
Guys.
Yeah. She went away.
All right, cool.
No.
We need to address this because if Kiana tells one more motherfucker that I'm ugly, we gonna have a goddamn problem.
Let's be clear.
For y'all that do not know.
Oh, back like we left something, because we did. Whatever common sense we had, we left outside. Once again, Jack of all talks, we are back. I am your I am your quote unquote host, Mr. One of One. I'm not hosting today though, because y'all have taken over the comment section. So I'm gonna sit back and let y'all do whatever it is y'all was sending off in the group message, and I'm just gonna chime in as necessary. I'm just gonna sit here, look cute, and smile.
Whatever.
But as you know, it's Mr. One of One, as always, with
It's your girl Keys, aka Topaz, aka your resident intelligence reporting for duty.
I am your girl, Melissa, the Asylum. However, I'm this guy. And that's that.
That's that. So the fact that Key introduced herself as Topaz means we are all one bill away from stripping. We are one more down payment away from somebody having to hop on a pole. So hey, you know,
please send donations too.
Yeah, please
down here on.
We go ahead and put this in the banner. Hold on. Feel free to donate.
35 cents a day, because that's
Man.
how I'm headed.
I've been told I'm permanently retired.
Look at God.
I've been told. I didn't say I've been threatened into permanent retirement, I should say.
I'll take it.
Huh?
I'll take it. I don't care how you get there. I don't care how you get to retirement.
I'm standing on the fact it wasn't my fault. But anyway, we will start off as we always do with the most important question. How is everybody doing mentally and physically? That's not a good answer, good people. All right. Well, all right. Kiana's drinking, so that's that question. That answered that question.
I mean, I'm not in jail.
There you go.
I mean, I have both my ankles.
Yes, you did not get robbed at the get in, get out.
I didn't get robbed at the gas station. Save ain't fair, but it sure feels good at this point.
Man, oh boy, I'm realizing my age is coming. Like, it is what it is. I still feel young, but like I hear stuff and I see stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm old. I'm old, brother. Don't do this no more. Like, let's just not. I'm just old. If you like, we were talking about it before the show started. I was on quote unquote vacation last week, and the number of kids I just wanted to trip in the airport.
You reached that age?
Oh man, I'm wholeheartedly like, it used to be like I'll bump him and laugh. Now it's just I just want you to. I'm gonna trip you and stare at your dad. Like, what you want to do? Like, I'm at that age.
Yeah.
Somebody had to do it. Like, I'm at that age. Like, oh no, we're not doing this. Like, nah. Like, even on vacation, well, the time change is wild from California to Maui because if you've never flown back in time, you don't understand because it's like everybody's so used to going forward. You're like, I just got to catch up. No, flying 3 hours backwards will ruin your day. Because I hopped off that plane and immediately had a caffeine headache. I was like, how? I was like, I didn't go nowhere, but I just used 8 hours of my day somehow, even though it's 9 a.m. So yeah, that was. Besides that, though, we were talking about it, but if you have not been to Maui, is the one place I tell everybody if you have not been, you should go. It's peaceful, it's calm, it's hot. It's a tourist trap, but it's a very fun tourist trap. So if you're looking for a place to go do that. You can be on the beach and be drunk and still get good food with all in walking distance. So yeah.
Beautiful. I've never been, but do they have a strip club?
It's Maui. I'm sure they do. We didn't go look. I'm sure if we had Googled it, we could have found it, but nobody was going to the strip club.
I have to ask.
Are you hoping that you dress their winkies up as torches, or
what you say?
Are you hoping that they dressing winkies up like torches?
Who's going to see Winkies?
Like, say it again.
So who's going to see Winkies?
Okay, boobs. Are you hoping we got nipples on fire like torches?
I'm hoping they're not because I don't want fire this close to my face.
I don't want to smell.
That's what they doing.
I don't want to smell melted boobs. They probably silicone. Nah.
Oh my God.
Them shits is combustible. No.
No,
That's
no,
tough.
Fuck, I'm gonna lose half of my face like Two-Face because you want to set your titty on fire? Nope.
No, it's okay.
Nope. Mm-mm. We're good here. That's what we will not be doing. We'll not be losing eye to a bad titty. Mm-mm. The pressure build up because it's too hot. Not fucking nah. Got impaled in my forehead by a nipple? Nah.
It's all about new experiences, guys.
No, I'm just about to let Lucinda hook me and my car up. I'm not gonna catch on fire because
that part.
They trying to.
Because Moana want to show her ass, ain't it?
No, thank you.
Exactly. Moana's rent was due. Now I ain't got no fucking. Now I'm out here looking like Michael Jackson. No.
The Pepsi commercial, yeah.
Exactly.
Out there looking like Stitch.
Nope, we won't be doing any of that. But no, I'm sure I'm sure they have them. I don't know if they have them on Maui. I know they have them on Honolulu, but I don't know because Honolulu's more the party island.
Yeah, that's true.
But I ain't going to Honolulu, so we ain't got to worry about it.
I remember HBO did one of those, them 3:00 a.m. specials that they do about.
Oh yeah, the hookers.
About hookers, and they did one in Hawaii. I was like, Hawaii? It was like the last place I expected to be on HBO at night talking about hookers and prostitutes. But they said that that's like one of the most reckless areas.
It's the one outside of it's outside of Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But the other catch is not all of them are born females. I'll put it to you that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's the case on every host row these days.
That's everywhere.
Yeah, but this was before its time because it's like that now, but previously
because
this one was pretty bad because it was like I want to say I know it was years and years ago, but it was something like 80% of the ones that were out there were not born in the way they looked or identified.
That's tough.
To use 2024 terms, they were not born the same way they identify currently. And and they've drastically outnumbered the cisgender prostitutes.
Ooh. That's tough.
Yeah, so because I know especially you're talking about it's like hookers on the point Hawaii or something like that, but I do remember hearing about it or I might have actually seen it all the way through, but I do remember hearing about the clips. But yeah, no. I had something, but I forgot already. This has been a hell of a week because I wasn't here. I just wasn't here. I got home. First of all, I don't know how it took 10 minutes for everybody in Oakland to ruin my vacation, but the second I got off the plane, I was ready to fight.
I mean, that sounds about right.
The second I got off the plane, I was ready to box. Man, I was 5 minutes into my drive home before I was already like stressed out again. Why are you on the freeway at 11:45 doing 55 miles an hour in the fast lane?
Because I ain't got no license.
Man.
Yeah. Probably.
Got no license.
Bruh.
Or they had too many to drink.
No, because like here's the thing, like you cut me off. You cut me off while I was speeding, tailgated somebody else that they got out their way, and then you proceeded to slow down.
Okay, never.
Exactly. So why can't okay, cool. So let's all go to jail today. Yeah. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because this made no sense. I've been home for 8 minutes. Why are we on bullshit? 8 minutes. I ain't even made it to the second song in my car yet. Why are we on bullshit? I can't get to track 2 of the Pluto mixtape before you on bullshit. But yes, as I stroll through 98th, that's falling the fuck apart.
That's tough.
Kiana, would you like to tell everybody the story of how you almost did not get robbed at the gas station?
Damn.
Okay, why not? For the record, I was not on 98, but we'll get to that.
Yes.
Well, so yesterday was school picture day. Woo! Me and the offspring have been working on our look up Marlin, say cheese for 3 days straight. You're going to get in there, you're going to say cheese, and you're going to get on out in people's way. Well, he disregarded everything that I said. He refused to change his shirt. He refused to go in the room. And so the teachers sent up an SOS. They're like, how far do you want us to push him? We don't have to make him go in there. He can do makeup picture days next month sometime, or we can take his picture with our cell phone. Now, y'all all know how I feel about cell phone school pictures. We've ventured down that aisle. So I was like, no, give me 10 minutes. I'll come help him. Now, I ain't got no gas in the car. Not enough for all these adventures. So I get off on 35th. There's a Chevron right there in all its glory. Never mind the gas is $5.09 a gallon, but I'm going to put $5.09 worth of gas in my car because that'll get me a Costco. So I'm irritated because there are cars everywhere. I'm like, why are all these cars here? The gas is $5.09 a gallon. So as I pull in, I'm sitting there, and across from me, there's this Mercedes with dark tinted windows. And it's in between 2 gas pumps. And I'm like, well, he can't be pumping gas. Why the fuck are you taking up all this space? Motherfucker, move. So as I look into the car, I realize I can only see his eyes and his nose. He has a ski mask on. And his car is still running. So I'm like, here the fuck we go. So I take my wallet, I stuff it underneath my seat, I put my keys in my pocket, and I get my cell phone off the seat, and I tuck it down into my trusty wallet. Because what you not finna do today? Take my shit. So then he pulls up alongside my car. So he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. Well, I'm looking into a ski mask because I really can't see him. So then I get out of the car, and I lock my door. Then he rolls down his window. And he says, good morning. I said, good morning. He said, sis, you good? I ain't gonna bother you. You straight. I said, okay, well, I appreciate you. I said, I'm gonna be over here minding my business in my own world. He said, okay, have a good day. He said, you too. So I proceed to pump my $5.09 worth of gas. And as I'm doing so, I hear the lady from inside the gas station on the loudspeaker, and she's like, "Ma'am, ma'am, number one, hey, he opening your door, ma'am, he's stealing your purse, he's stealing your purse, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am." I mean, she's hollering from here going, but the lady at number one is like this, pumping her gas. I mean, okay, fuck. So then he drives off. He gets the purse, gets back in the car, gets back on the freeway. So then she comes out and she's like, "Ma'am, that guy just took your purse." And she's like, "Who, me?" She's like, "Yeah." So she goes around, and sure enough, her car door is wide open and her purse is gone. And the lady said, "I was trying to warn you. I was trying to warn you." And this clear broad had the nerve to look at her and say, "Oh, I heard you yelling. I just thought he was robbing you."
And that brings us to our word of the day, good people. And that word is gentrification.
Or karma.
Same shit. The same shit. You know, like the flip side of this. So, like, at one of my previous jobs, there was an individual who saw somebody get out of the gas station, get out of the car at the gas station. He's walking in, dude is walking out. They speak, just casual speak, like you would do to anybody else, just like homeboy did to you. Yeah. Good morning, good morning. He was like, "What's good, fam? Play, I see you." Crossing paths. He goes in the bathroom in the gas station, proceeds to go relieve himself. He's sitting on the door, sitting down, minding his own business. All of a sudden, he hears somebody beating on the door. He's like, "Man, what is going on?" And then, of course, after that, he hears, "Open the door, police." And he's like, "I can't open the door. I'm using the bathroom." They're like, "Open it or we're going to kick it down." He was like, "You might as well kick it down because I can't get up." And so eventually they let him finish and he goes out and they arrest him. He's like, "What am I being arrested for?" And they were like, "Oh, that dude that you were associating with is under arrest for robbery." He was like, "I didn't associate with him. I spoke to him." And they were like, "That don't even matter." They were like, "Go ahead and search the bathroom." So they searched the bathroom and they find the dude that was in there did have a gun on him. But he threw his gun in the garbage can when he heard the cops beating on the door. Yeah. But he only threw it in the garbage can because the cops were beating on the door, not because he did anything. It's Oakland. Everybody's armed. So he threw it. They were like, "Oh, we got this. Go." And they were like, "Well, what are you charging me with?" He was like, "Well, we're charging you with an accessory plus the firearm." He was like, "I don't know him. Don't know that man at all. He spoke to me when he was walking out. I spoke to him just being cordial." They tried to get that man like 12 years. And they were like, "You can't prove that you know him. And the reason you stopped him was based upon that. So you can't say, oh, well, he had a gun." Well, the gun's irrelevant. Your grounds for stopping him was the fact that he spoke to somebody on the street.
Yeah, that's cool.
They actually took it to court. Like, they really took it to court. Like, "No, we can prove it." What can you prove other than he spoke to somebody? So that's part of the policy reason. That's also the reason I find your story hilarious because, like, oh, well, he must have. No, it's the interaction was just as brief as yours. Good morning, and that was it. But they felt like that was enough to arrest him and charge him with accessory after the fact and some more shit. So they really did try to give that man like a damn near a decade, but he luckily had a good attorney. He made it up out of there, but. Just that fast. Welcome to gentrification. Oh, where do we go? We do need to address the fact that in less than a month, or exactly a month, we have lost the king of Zamunda and the CEO of McDonald's. I want answers. I want answers immediately. Damn near 30 days apart. I want it 30 days apart almost exactly. the king of Zamunda and the CEO of McDonald's.
And Tito.
And
I ain't worried about you.
Mufasa,
And
Mufasa
Tito.
has died for the second time in our
Mufasa.
generation.
Mufasa has been taken from us again.
Again, not that it wasn't traumatizing the first time. You want me to live through it twice?
So was the king of Zamunda. Shoot.
It's all right. They did kill him twice too. He died in the sequel.
Yeah, but we were children when Mufasa died.
Yeah, we didn't understand how you could just off Mufasa. Now,
Right. And then
how you just gonna throw Mufasa off a cliff like this?
yeah. No.
to get packed out by these punk ass antelope.
I want to see a kids movie. I want to see a kids play.
Not to have my childhood ruined.
Ruined.
I've been traumatized since 1994. And y'all go again?
Yeah. They can get Mufasa, they can get anybody.
Right.
Because there ain't no way Mufasa should have died. But gone. Which I guess brings us to our first question is, what is wrong with these hoes? As Kiana ever so eloquently pointed out, why did this hooker post about the last time she slept with John Amos in her farewell tribute to him? And what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's fucking disgusting.
I don't. Can I? Well, actually, what I can share it, but I don't. There's no backlash for sharing this.
No.
Hold on. Yeah. But it was. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta see if I can find it on the split screen. Won't do it. Oh well.
I'm sure
I can't get it
right now.
Yeah, I can't get it to work right now. So well. But for whatever reason, like, hold on, let me read the post exactly, because I unfortunately is the last thing in my phone. RIP to the legend John Amos. Remember, I put that pussy on you so good. This day could barely move. And it's a picture of him laid out on the beach.
With her standing there. Like,
with her standing next to him in a bikini. If you didn't think we were doomed for any other reason, what I just read to you, we ain't got no future. So
I mean, here's the thing. Let's keep it a buck. That's not really new. It's just new to social media, because mistresses always pop up at the few.
But here's the thing. Like, if you want to go back and compare Shane to the game, like, homeboy at the gas station pulled up on Key and was like, "Oh, check this out. I ain't here for you. I see you seeing me. This is not what we here for. Respect the game." And even mistresses, like, you might get a mistress. You always got a mistress at the funeral or maybe at the repast, but they didn't walk in and was like, "Oh yeah, I was just there the other day."
But they do.
I mean, I guess it depends on whether or not they like the wife or whatnot, or if the wife know. They do show up. They do show up and act ass on occasion.
No,
but
holiday hard on
leftovers.
Them hoes be at the funeral, baby.
Man, but to think this was like, even if you was a mistress, even if you wasn't a mistress, even if you was just a paid gold digger on call, what in your fucking mind was like, this is a good tribute. This is how I should send him off. This is the great answer right here. Like, I should post this. Like, you could have just posted the picture. The caption is what kills it. Like, why? Like, why did you need to add that tag? Like, you could have just been like, "I remember this day." But for you to be like, "Oh yeah, all this other extracurricular bullshit," it's over. It's just give up.
It's clearly there's no limit to cloud chasing.
No.
And attention seeking.
Clearly not.
But Because I had to go down the rabbit hole. Because there's one thing I'm gonna do is investigate. Because I got time. So it clearly appears that she was lying. She just happened to see him that day and asked him for a picture.
Which makes it, but that makes it even worse.
Worse,
Yeah.
even worse.
That makes it even worse. Like, had you done it, that was already deplorable. But lying about it
lying on it.
is. I was having this conversation literally yesterday, and we were talking about people and what they will do when your morals are no longer a thing. Like, it came up, oddly enough, it came up before I went on vacation at the butcher shop because somebody was like, you could always just be gay for money. I was like, what?
Sorry. I mean, technically you can.
Yes, you can.
You can.
But it came up that way, and I was like, the context was they were like, man, if I could switch genders, I would be, I'd be online like females do, just raking it in, doing horrible things. And the person's rebuttal was, hey, you could always just be gay and do the same horrible things and get similar money. They were like, straight dudes in gay porn make more money.
More money.
I was like, but I was like, so I was like, where are you drawing the line in your morals for money? And then that led to a conversation I was having yesterday where we were talking about somebody did something foul on the street. I'm not going to say no names, no descriptions, because I don't know, and I don't really want to know all the details. Not my problem, not my issue. But it was somebody was supposed to be doing something for somebody else, whether it was legal, whether it wasn't legal, not my fault. But at the end of the day, they did not follow through accordingly and follow the rules to the game. And the response was, well, what you going to do? Because if you come over here, I'm going to call the cops. And I'm going to tell them everything. I'm like, what part of the game is this? A minute ago, you was in the streets. Now, you snitching. So I think it's, like I said, the lack of morals and just respect of any version of the game is the part where I'm like, this is crazy. I mean, the very minimal respect was, hey, I'm not here for you. But that's one in 4 stories we just told. So 25% or less of the people out here in these streets are following the rules. So I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's no less another form of prostitution. She got the attention she was looking for. Whatever her 15 seconds of fame was, the follow-up, the payout, whatever it was. So, I mean, she set out to do exactly what she was trying to do, which was grab a quick bag. And unfortunately, that seems to be the only way to grab people's attention, because it's what the majority of the people are interested in. And as long as people are interested, then you're going to have people on the other side willing to entertain the circus.
As it once was said, oh so wisely, what's a circus without you clown niggas? But, when you sent it to me the first time, I forgotten about it. So when I read it the second time, I was like, what the fuck?
That's wild.
All right. So y'all sent over a series of topics that y'all want to get into. I'm gonna let you guys pick who wants to go first, because Key had 2 and Melissa had 1, and then I had 1. Unless you want to start with mine, because mine seemed like it was pretty simple.
Put him in a hat. Draw.
Put him in a hat. Well, okay. I'll start up. So here you go. You get your phrase, your most used slogan. I think I know Kiana's. Your most used slogan goes onto your T-shirt. What does your T-shirt say? We are going to start with Asylum.
Child, what is you tambat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
Ellipsis.
Would you care to explain your T-shirt, Melissa?
I have to explain that?
I mean, if you want to.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, that's how I feel. During conversation, while you standing there talking to me, you could be reading it. So we're all caught up to my facial expressions when I'm like, because I'm thinking, child, what is you tapping?
What is you saying, bro?
What is you tapping?
Easy.
Followed up with child, here's the thing, but that's the second t-shirt.
What's the first one?
Child, what is you tapping?
Oh God. Topaz.
Well, I feel like my t-shirt needs to be double-sided because, you know, I live on both sides of the land. There's just no way around it. I feel like one side of the t-shirt would probably say, "Look at God."
The duality of man. Go ahead.
And then, clearly, thanks to my son's recent kerfuffle at the schoolhouse, apparently the back needs to stay and play with yourself because I ain't the one.
First of all, as much as I would love to defend my nieces and nephews, I'm gonna need y'all to stop raising them like you are. Cause Ty is now 2-0 in his fuck around and find out league. My other niece is running a motherfucking muck. She is now 5-0.
Damn.
I don't know who the fuck you thought you was talking to. I also feel like it's part of my fault because last time she got into a fight, I bought her shoes. So I play a small part in this.
No.
But I'm gonna need you to stop treating these innocent children and raising them like the criminals and and lunatics in which you are on them.
I did no such thing. I did not.
Everything about Ty's last little altercation screamed.
It screamed punks jump up to get beat down is what it screamed.
It screamed, my mama ain't raised no hoe. But it had the very real undertones of a Kiana Dene situation.
Well, leave me alone. I be in my own world, minding my own business. Don't come poke the bear and then be mad when it rips your head clean off your shoulders.
So I'm gonna need y'all to stop treating these sweet angels that I refer to as my nieces and nephews with these with these commandments as they send them off to these schools.
Thou shalt not get pumped.
Thou shalt not fuck with or me or he. But anyway, yes, I definitely knew your t-shirt was gonna say "Play with yourself, not me." That was a given. But I had to think about this. Mine will not be double-sided. Mine is just simply gonna be, bro, I ain't worried about it. Whatever you talking about, bro, I ain't worried about it. Man, this is gonna be a problem for bro. I ain't worried about it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It is what it is, and bro, I ain't worried about it. Man, this could really affect, bro. I ain't worried about it. I'm not. I tell this story to everybody I know, and God bless the dead. My OG once told me when I was at FedEx, he was like, "I need you to look at your paycheck." And he was like, "When you go down all the things they take out of your paycheck, and you get to the bottom of that paycheck line, he goes, do you ever see a bonus for stress?" I was like, nope. He was like, bruh, you ain't got to worry about it. He goes, this shit gonna happen one way or another. He was like, you stressing yourself out, ain't it? And he goes, that goes for everything, not just here.
Yeah.
He goes, you can do everything you can do, and you can work as hard as you want. Somebody gonna undercut you. Somebody ain't gonna give you a break. It ain't gonna work out. Effort don't equal out. Effort never equals outcome. It was like, bruh. So, bruh, I ain't gonna worry about it. And I didn't take that. Now he told me that 13 years ago, something like that, and ever since then, bruh, I ain't gonna worry about it. What's gonna happen next? Good day. I ain't gonna worry about it though. It's out of my hands. That and well, my brother gave me one, but that doesn't really apply. But my brother was I'll try anything once is the last words of fools. I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Say it again.
I'll try anything once is the last words of fools.
Yeah.
So he told me, I told me that when I was a kid, and I was like, And as you get older, you like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, oh yeah, I'm finna go make all these run with this cat this one time.
Yeah.
22 years later.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Oh man, you didn't hear?
Yeah, that one run.
Yeah, that one run.
Along with.
Yeah, exactly. Had you doing federal time. So
That's about as infamous as let me put the tip in. Some put the head in. You know how many cheering we got out here behind that tip?
let me get. That is probably the greatest that is the greatest male lie ever.
We got so many cheering out here off that tip, boy.
Because we be lying. We know we be lying too. That's the cold part. We definitely know we lying. Because once we get the tip in, we not. What you want to take it out? Like I can't just sit here. So we got no choice now.
You gotta keep going now.
Exactly. If you move, it ain't just a tip. If I move, it ain't just a tip. And now if I take it out and I don't move, you mad, I'm mad. Now what? I ain't trying to hear you all day. I'd much rather hear you after this. If I do my job correctly, you only gonna complain a little bit. You only gonna complain about the facts, not the what ifs. So if I take it out now, you always on that bullshit. See? So what do I got it? So I can hear your mouth the rest of the day about not doing it? Or I can hear your mouth until you walk into the bathroom because I did it. So let's get this over with. You knew I was lying when I said it.
True.
So let's not pretend. You knew this was a lie when I said it to you. That leads us to question number 87 on today's hit list. Oh, well, this is a good question though. How many times do you go back to somebody asylum? And like, what did they do? Like, give me some context on why I would go back or why I left in the first place.
Here's the thing. I would like to pop big shit and be like, go back. But I've definitely been boomerang before on some shit that I thought I would never go back to. So I'm like, when a woman's fed up, I guess. I don't know. But nonetheless, a lot of times I went back because I got scared into it. People told me Jesus was going to come get me if I didn't. So some of it was strong arming. I got bullied. I know that's the long-winded way around it. In my head, I would say twice. Only because after the first time, depending on the scenario and the explanation, I might be able to hear you out. After that, I'm moving.
But what is the context like? Are we talking like they disrespectful, they cheated, they swung on you? Like, what's the context?
Oh, true. I didn't even think about the context. However, I've been swung on and went back like a dummy, not recently. I've been cheated on, went back like a dummy, not recently. I mean, as I grow older, I can't even stand to hear a nigga breathe wrong, and I'm ready to go. So
that nigga said Periwinkle. So we know.
So I have evolved from going back to being, if it's not periwinkle, I don't want it. I think it depends on the case scenario. If it's an argument, it's if I haven't been called like way out my name and it hasn't been no hands, then okay, once you calm down, I calm down. We can come back together and see what's what. If I walk into my house and you like straight balls deep in somebody, male or female, pet, I don't give a shit. Pocket pussy. And we're not on agreement with that, then yeah, no. Like, no, what are you doing? What is we doing?
That we're not in agreement. Nobody signed up on the consent waiver.
I'm for the pocket pussy at least.
Permission slip for this bullshit.
Oh,
For the pocket pussy at least. Like, all right,
who approved this acquisition? I did not see this wreck on my desk.
Look, you might have been beating the back out the Polly Pocket. You know what I mean? I might have been like, where Polly Pocket ass out? I'll be back in 3 days. But if I was like, nah, just either beat that shit or let it sit to the side till I get back, then that's what we on.
I wasn't prepared for the consent form.
Now, if I find out like you got a coke habit,
nigga, nah.
If I find out like you got a coke habit or like a family in another town, or like you like we're pen pals, but you're really locked up for the next 40 years, and that's why all your pictures got a dead ass white or cement background, then yeah, I'm not circling back to that, because what is we timid?
Kid, I'm gonna let you go.
You weren't born a male, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, I'm gonna say some out of pocket shit when it gets to my turn about that last one. Go ahead, kid.
Well, see, here's the deal, Sparky. I'm a Cancer, and I feel like because we love hard, one day we just be like, nah, fuck this shit. So it could be one time, it could be 10 times. You could do the same thing to me over and over and over again, and I let that shit slide. But then one time I just wake up and decide, nah, fuck you. So I feel like I'm all over the place because my energy or my emotions just decide when it's just flat out fuck you. So it's hard for me to gauge because I don't know that it's fuck you, I'm done with this shit until the moment hits me. And then I'm just as gung-ho on the fuck you after that. So we don't need to talk about it. We don't even have a discussion because my energy has already said fuck you, and that's what we're standing on. So, I mean, like, there's some shit I ain't gonna do. So I think we all have our, like, you got a crack habit? Oh, no, thank you. So there's just some shit I'm just not gonna tolerate. But I think inside, to keep this question inside the parameters, out of shit that I would tolerate, I don't know, because it just depends on how I'm feeling in that moment. You might do it one day, it might not bother me. Like Marcus said, I ain't gonna worry about it. I don't give a shit. I can go get my lick back real quick, and you'll never know.
Right.
But then you may do that shit again 3 more times, and then on the 4th time, I'll be like, nah, fuck you. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no count.
This is now habitual.
Yeah, and it's just like, that's just not what I'm willing to deal with any longer. So I'm too all over the place because I'm a Cancer, and our emotions pretty much guide what we're willing to tolerate and what we're not.
Well, I mean, this is where it gets weird because as a dude, there's certain things that just ain't gonna work. And I've had the conversation with pretty much all of my male associates. We're like, man, if you found out your girl was cheating, what do you do? I'm like, bro, we go. Every last one of them was like, I'm out. I was like, well, what if you cheat and she catch you? Oh, we got to get over that. It always cracks me up because everybody like, man, my pride ain't gonna let me come back, but she needs to understand that I'm a man and I be weak every time because my partner got caught by his girl and was like begging. He was like, you got to come back. They broke up. He was begging. All of the dramatics came out and he was like, man. And he eventually they got, he was allowed to come back home. But I asked him one day at work, I was like, so what you gonna do if you find out that while you here and your kid is at school, she ain't there getting clapped? And he was like, oh nah, she gotta get out. I was like, what? He was like, man, my pride ain't gonna allow that, not in my house. I was like, okay.
I don't understand that.
I didn't understand it either. I understand the pride concept of it, like the disrespect from a man's standpoint, but it always like cracked me up to be like, nah, she gotta get over it. Versus it's always like I made a mistake or this happened versus, oh man, you out of pocket. And I've always laughed at it because I've had numerous partners like get at me like that. And I've had some that really did like make a mistake, like a fervent, like honest mistake. Like him and his them and that girl got into it real bad and didn't know how it was going to play out. And while this was going on, they did X, Y, and Z. And then over the course of time and communication, things get right.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you wasn't single. We just wasn't cool.
Yeah.
And so they have to either like confess or it comes out and they got to like explain themselves. Like, yeah, now you do need to get over it because of X, Y, and Z. But I've had other partners who just flat out like, man, what you gonna do? Leave?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this don't make me a cheater, bro. You've cheated both, and you kind of have to sit back and laugh because you be like, this don't make me a cheater. Yeah, it does. It ain't the first time you've done it. It's just the first time you got caught. But I don't know because maybe it's the way my brain works. I don't expect the same leniency because if you cheat on me, you can go. And I'm not going to sit here in front, like just like Melissa said, I'm not sit here in front like, oh, it's never happened. Like I've never messed with a female after I know she cheated. Okay. Yeah. But I've also signed myself up for that because if I met you while I was cheating, I shouldn't have been around you in the first place. Mm-hmm. So you sign up for some of these issues. But no, I've only had a female put her hands on me one time. And me and her weren't cool after that because I was like, I don't know what you thought this was. But nah, we don't do that. Like, you hit me, you can pack everything you own, everything you bought me, you can leave now. We ain't got nothing to talk about after that.
Wait, no.
So,
I feel like that deserves a conversation.
Go ahead.
Talk to her. I would want to talk to her first before we drag her out.
Oh no, I mean, in the course of the moment, like people know, but there's also a reason I don't call you like that because I know what comes next.
Well, that's not my fault.
Good, it's not your fault. It's my fault because I called you and I know what's going to happen if I call you. And I'm like, Key, you ain't gonna believe this chick just slapped me. We ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
There is no further conversation after that, so that's why I'm like, I don't need to call you. I know what happens next, just like everybody else knows what happens next. But like, if we ain't there, like, don't pack it up. You can lose my number and not lose my number. I'm not gonna call you no more, so it don't matter. So do whatever you got to do. But I gotta go. The fact that I know somebody who just got dumped by a cokehead is the funniest thing ever. I don't know how you get dumped by a cokehead because she ain't what she needs in her life currently. But shit happens. But if I discover you got a coke problem, first of all, I don't know how I wouldn't know initially that you got a coke problem. But I will say this. I did meet she said she was a recovering meth user, but you wouldn't know it looking at her. She was very well put together until she was like, yeah, I lost my tooth because of meth, and showed you, and you were like, how did you were on meth? So there's that, and I don't know what I would do if I ever found out you weren't born a woman. I feel like you need to ask those questions up front. Like, there needs to be a lot of investigation. Especially nowadays, like, we make fun of it, and like, I don't want to get too crazy with it, but you do have to lightweight be like, let me see your birth certificate.
But
They getting those changed
they
now.
get them changed.
All right, well, cool. Let me see your baby pictures.
Let me see what your mama put you in.
Exactly. Let me see your kindergarten baby picture. Let me see your kindergarten first grade pictures. I'll go from that. But I like
change birth certificates these days and IDs, so no matter what you go dig for, and they probably done made their mama burn all the pictures.
Fuck that. If I got questions, I got questions, fam. I have said this, and I lightweight.
My question is, do it look stitched up down there? Like,
you're asking the wrong person.
It's got to look. No, I'm not asking that right. Promise. I'm not.
Sorry, I couldn't give you information on this.
Yeah, I've attempted to do research.
What do you mean? Does it look
before, and it came up with nothing? Trust me, Google wouldn't even answer my question. But I'm like, before you're like, I mean, you should have the light or something on in there. That shouldn't be a surprise. Who's not looking down there first?
But if it's already been changed, I'm sure there's not a sign that says my penis used to be here.
No, I'm saying before you would get that far along.
But if they've already changed it all over, what exactly is it that
well, that was the first
you know what I'm saying? But that's the
question was, are there scars or stitching? Some type of something that would notify you that something else was missing.
There's no sign down there. There's no sign that points to where it used to be.
It's a massive cosmetic surgery. So it's I can tell you, all I can tell you is somebody said that it does not feel the same. I could not tell you, but they said it does not. They were like, once you've been in enough genetically born, that these other ones don't feel.
When it's manufactured.
Exactly. They don't. They feel like they came from Temu, so it don't. They like it's not the same.
I would be extremely upset to be getting humped on by an enlarged clitoris. I'm just saying. Huh? I would feel so gypped and bamboozled if I was getting humped on by an enlarged clitoris or a reconstructed clitoris.
You do know they really make them a whole penis, right?
Yeah, but still.
How would you know?
I said I would feel bamboozled when I find out.
Oh, okay.
I have said I feel like you need to be told like within the first couple of dates, or if you hooking up, I feel like you need to tell me. And probably the example I used was a little extreme because I was like, I considered it like along the lines of like, if you having sex with somebody and they got AIDS, I'm like, yo, you got to disclose that, fam. It's illegal for you not to tell me.
Okay, but AIDS is something that.
That's why I said it was an extreme example.
Like, I don't, here's the thing, and I say this wholeheartedly. I'm asking. Now, back in the day, you didn't have to ask. And so people didn't. But my thing is, people are saying, well, they should tell you. How many people have you asked? Like, look, I was born a woman. My mama pushed me out a woman. Like, how many people, people are saying, well, they should just disclose. But how many people have you asked?
Have you ever asked that?
Have you ever asked? Like I said, back in the day, okay, I knew, but now that it's clearly, I hate to call it thing. Sorry, people, I don't know what to call it right now. But now that we know that.
That's a fair counterpoint. Yeah, that's a very fair counterpoint.
They didn't disclose. Did you ask? I'm not trying to be funny, sir, ma'am, shmam. I don't know. But.
Shmam?
Hey. How many people have you asked? You can't be so concerned about disclosure when you're not willing to ask, or you don't ask, because clearly ignorance is bliss at that point.
Yeah, this is my single reason for dating like single moms. Like, you ain't gotta ask. If I know you got a 2-year-old,
In their life somewhere.
exactly, we good. We ain't gotta ask no questions. You got how many kids? 2, 3? Yeah, we good. Man.
That works for y'all. I don't know how much for us.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, yeah, it's a little different for y'all. Well, I mean,
like, yeah, I got 2 kids, and you like, oh, okay, but he didn't tell you he pushed them out.
You got to ask questions. That's what I'm saying. You got to ask questions.
Who gave birth to him?
you got to
say I did. Oh, I'm going
right. You have to ask questions, because the first thing people say, well, why didn't you tell me? You never asked me.
Well, here's the thing, and my ethics teacher has said this many times. If he basically what he was like, just because you don't disclose it, don't not make it a lie.
True, you're lying by omission. I fully agree with that. But my point is, if I don't, the things that concern me or the things that I really want to know, I ask.
I'm gonna ask. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask. I'm gonna ask.
You know, while you asking this, ma'am, sir, ma'am, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite restaurant? What's your favorite position? If you don't slide in some of this other stuff,
what was your favorite sport? What was your favorite sport as a kid?
You know, like, what color was your room?
Power Rangers and Barbie.
What color was your room when you were 4? Like, what color did your mama decorate your room? That's because back when we was little, pink was for girls and blue was for boys. All this neutral colors, and that was not a thing. So at our age, if you know what color their mama dressed them in or decorated their room back in the day, you got a pretty good, you can get a pretty good gauge. I feel like the things that I want to know that concern me, I'm gonna ask.
Did you have braids or pigtails as a child?
It's
a subtle distinction, but it'll tell you everything you need to know.
Both of them at this point. Both of them.
I don't know. I just feel like you know, some people don't. I mean, not that it's a valid excuse, but some people don't disclose some things for fear of rejection, for fear of other people's reaction. If I tell you I used to be a man, I have not touched you, we've only talked on the phone, now you're going to haul off and beat my ass because you didn't know.
I mean, but
nevertheless, I mean, because
I don't necessarily want to go down this. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but I get it.
No, but like I said, everybody. I mean, like I said, I'm not condoning it. I think No.
By all means, let it be said, this is not a condoned behavior.
No, if you live in your truth, then own it. That's my thing. If you live in your truth, own it. What are you hiding for? Everyone's grown. But people have reasons for not saying different things. But my thing is, like I said, if you there's certain type of, which kind of, was one of my, there's certain people that I don't date. Certain types of people I don't date.
That leads us to our next question.
So I'm asking the questions to navigate the type of people I don't want to waste my time with. So if I know I am absolutely positively not interested in dating someone who used to be a female back in the day,
right?
When I'm knocking down these questions to weed people out, I'm going to slide that in there because I don't want to waste my time. Everything ain't for everybody, and I get to decide what is or what is not for me.
Right.
One of my things is I don't date men with children under 5 years old. Do you have children? Yeah. How old are they? Oh, you got a 2-year-old. It's been nice, but I'm gonna slide out. Hit me in a few years, see where we at, but right now is not the time. So I feel like, there's things that I'm not going to deal with, I'm not going to tolerate, or I just don't like. And if it's not something I can't see, then I'm going to start asking the right questions to get to where I need to, because I don't like to waste time. We ain't got to get married or nothing, but if I know that you're just a type of person that I'm not interested in intermingling with, why waste any of our time?
Right. There we are. Asylum. Who will you? Well, we already know your answer. You won't date nobody. We've got 3 months of documented tape. just niggas is biting the dust. So, I mean, you can go ahead and give us your explanation, but we know that you are everybody's favorite word. You know, you need to be able to talk to and communicate. And if they can't communicate,
Sexual.
exactly, you need to talk and communicate. And if they can't talk and communicate, i.e., the sky is blue. No, the sky is periwinkle. Exit stage left, sir. Thank you for playing. You forgot to put you didn't hyphenate your text message here. I don't think I'll be able to respond to this. That is the wrong version of there for this conversation. But
I'm still that bad.
What did you ever change? What changed? What changed?
I mean, I came, you know what I'm saying? I tried to be outside and like mingle more. No.
Okay, you outside, you mingle more. Do the rules still apply? Okay, thank you.
I didn't do better.
I'm asking, did you?
I'm asking Kiana because I tried to slide everything past her. No, it's not.
Oh shit.
That's tough.
Yo, have you met your rules? Your rules are tough. Your rules are like a law enforcement background check.
But
One will apply, and not everybody will pass.
Everybody
but here's the thing: were these not legit slides, though?
No, they were legit, but that does not mean your criteria has moved.
Yeah. The standard is still the standard. It is what it is.
Slide was it based off of the petty part of my standards or the regular standards? All right, that's fair.
We go 50-50.
In the middle. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Fine. I've
All right, but go ahead. Just entertain us. Three types of people that you will not talk to. Off bat. So as soon as they say this, Melissa's gone. Just give us 3. Come on. Give the people a word.
Do you want to be a part of my throuple?
That's actually, I'm not even mad at that. I'll that's full accept. Fully accept that one.
Mm-hmm.
Throuple is wild.
Right? Nasty work right there.
Niggas that want to come live with me. Hobosexuals.
Okay.
Like, are we talking like hobosexuals? Like they bringing nothing to the table? Like we just moving in? I got a bag and went to the crib? Oh yeah, okay.
You ain't bringing nothing but balls and audacity. And not in the same way. And
you audacious nut sack of a person, you. All right, anyway. Go ahead.
Third, I guess, everybody that comes under the Periwinkle umbrella, Ella.
That's a large population.
That's a large. Can we get a better? Can we bring it in just a little bit? You were doing so well. You
had that was a strong hand right there.
Let's just bring it back in. We want to narrow it down just a little bit, okay?
Current convicts.
Oh fuck yeah! Okay. Oh yeah, no, you ain't get no argument. You get no argument from that.
Okay.
Woo. I don't want to have to pay to talk to you. Fuck that.
3 I won't date. Well, we've already discussed that I will never. I don't want to say never, but strippers. Nah, I can't do this again. Too old. I can't do strippers again. We're past that point in life.
Thank you, Jesus.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a good time.
Who?
Huh?
For you?
I mean, I think everybody was entertained at one point in time. I mean, let's see, strippers.
Still are. She ain't retiring.
Huh?
I said everybody still being entertained if she ain't retiring.
You can retire out of my phone because I can't. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't got it in me. Oh my god. If you are just like helpless or just like wholeheartedly helpless and needy, I can't do it. I can do clingy. If you want to come lay up under me, that's fine. But if it's to the point where like I need you to be on the phone while I do everything because I have to ask you a question about everything I do in life, please, no. Because then you would operate under the assumption that I have it all together and I don't. So I can't have these conversations with me and you at the same time. Like, oh, we need to be on the phone for 3.5 hours while I talk through this. No. I don't. I have no time, no energy. I can't even give you a correct answer. You gonna have us both up here looking stupid because I'm gonna lie to you at some point in time in this conversation because I don't know. I'm out. I can't tell you. I was gonna say females that can't decide what to eat, but that is all of y'all.
I was gonna say you no.
All of y'all. I have never met one of y'all that knew what you wanted to eat ever. Yeah. Let's see. Needy strippers. I don't want. Well, I guess I could say what we were talking about in terms of like if you're not born a woman, but that's kind of an easy get out of jail free one.
Yeah.
I don't know what the third one would be, but for sure, those two. Or I don't want to say if you have a reputation, but if my partners can name you like I can name you, we're good here. Well, that's the easy one. Any female that's ever messed with one of my friends or my family, you can go ahead and take your name off the list. I appreciate you for playing. Thank you for your application. The front office will be in contact, but
don't call
you're not calling us.
We'll call you. Well, we're not gonna call you either. We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch. I mean,
we won't be in touch. We'll be in email.
Yeah, exactly. If there's another position we need from you, feel free. But this position, not this one. You can't have this one. This one's not up for grabs. Thank you for playing. And that goes for sneaky leaks, situationships, relationships, whatever you want to categorize it. We will be doing none of this. Friends with benefits, hit and run homies. I don't give a shit what you call it. If you mess with one of my partners or my brother, one of my brothers for sure, don't even fix your face to ask me no shit because I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna send them all the messages you just sent me. So please don't. I beg of you, because after you get done telling me what you told me, I'm going to tell them, and we can go from there. But yeah, that's my 3. That's it. That's it. I can't do none of those.
Well, let's see.
And then the other one was oof. What was the other one? Oh, pet peeves. Are we talking pet peeves in life or just pet peeves in relationship?
I didn't name my other 2.
Oh, your other 2? What are your other 2?
Well, like I said, number 1 is men with children under 5. My reason for that is I feel like there's still too much back and forth between them and their baby mama. And so I feel like somebody in the equation wants their family back, and I'm not finna play. I'm not finna tug of war with neither of you. I'm not scared of either of you, but I don't want to have to bat you or your BM and her shit. So I'm gonna stay clear because I don't have that kind of time. Narcissist. Narcissist. Yeah. No, not gonna work for me.
Well, first of all, hold on. How you gonna say narcissist when you the major gaslighter? You the gaslighter of all gaslighters. Remember?
I absolutely am, which means I can see y'all motherfuckers coming from a mile away. Play lotto, not me.
Please see the back of the t-shirt. Play with yourself, not me. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Then, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't know if we're talking about physical characteristics here, but I can't date no skinny man.
First of all, as a former reigning president of the Skinny Nigga Association.
No, but let me tell you why.
We will not be discriminated against.
No, because We can't walk around looking like the number can and I be the 0.
Or 18 or 16.
I'm not going to be the round number in this equation. I'm just not going to do that. So it's not about skinny men. This is about how I look next to one. This is solely Kiana's vanity talking here. I'm not going to look rounder because you looking slender. No. Everybody needs to be in shape around here.
And that also goes for size. Because size matters. Because, yeah. I also don't want to be out here standing next to you while we going past people that know that you shrimping. And I'm out here looking excited about your little Woody Woodpecker. We're not doing that. I ain't finna argue with nobody over this little cheese puff.
Yeah. All right, Chester. What the fuck? Okay. All right. I mean, but
I hear tearing somebody up over that shit. Nah.
So what we fighting over? A cheese puff?
that's what I'm saying. So that was about to be my question. Like, so are they fighting over the cheese puff?
Right.
I guess they fighting over the cheese puff. My question is, for what? It's a cheese puff.
You got
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you know it's a cheese, are you just like, it's my cheese puff? Like, what is going on here?
Why are we
Man, let me tell you
fighting
something. From someone who has
I don't get it.
all I could follow up and say is, look here. I don't even know what you mad for. If you know what I know.
Yeah, I need to know
It's
why.
like,
I want to know why you want to fight. If you clearly know it's a cheese, what are we fighting over? The cheese puff must come with a bag, because
No, ma'am.
oh, it's just a broke cheese puff.
It was just a cheese puff, chill.
I'm
Stale one at that. A stale cheese puff.
Not as stale. I don't even want to know. Never mind. No.
Somebody left that bag wide open. Bitch, you was still as fuck. And you calling somebody arguing about somebody else's bag of goddamn cheese puffs. Stale ass cheese puff. Eat them shits.
What are we talking about here?
she's going down this this path of just
Going down the rabbit hole. I was
a rabbit hole of cheese puffs.
It's my turn.
And stale cheese puffs, and you can have a bag.
There's a whole bag of them. I was lost at the
I don't know how it became multiple cheese puffs,
Yeah,
but
I think I got lost at the bag. The whole bag.
Well, no, it's one bag. Mini puffs inside the bag. It's
So why
okay.
do they
The moral of the story is it was a stale ass cheese puff. So yeah, I don't want to argue over stale snacks. Like, fuck out of here.
Does it crunch when you bite it? Like, I got questions. I know, Marcus. I know. Move on. I know. I got it. I just.
Does it crunch when you bite it? No, man.
Because you said it's stale. So does that mean, or like
yeah, it's like wax figure, I guess. I don't know. It was stale.
I can't even find the words to move on. Like,
I feel like the date was already on the bag when I got it. Like,
it was
you know,
the date had been scraped off.
I can place like 2 more days on this bag. And that bag was stale as fuck. And then somebody else called me about stale ass bag of chips.
Hello, may I speak to Barbara?
Barbara, this is Shirley. You got my chips?
Okay, wait.
Them jokes don't even say Lays. They say play. Like, fuck is he talking about? A's. You eating these A's? These stale ass chips.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't.
Ease duffs. Like, what the fuck is these? What are those? What are ease duffs? I'm done. That was my trip down the rabbit hole. I'm back.
Welcome back.
We ain't gonna. We ain't gonna. Nope. We ain't gonna have no show after this.
Shit.
Ain't gonna. We had no show after this. Anyway, so no, we were talking about pet peeves. Is where we were going, where we were heading before Cheese Puff Land jumped off. Pet peeves. When we talk about pet peeves, like in life, or just like in terms of like in the person that you got to spend more time with.
No, I just mean in life. Like, what fucking grinds your gears? Like, that shit irritates my fucking soul. So I don't think it does, it could be, I mean, I'm sure most of the time it's things that people do, but not necessarily in a person. But just
like this happened at the airport, like the disrespect you have because all of a sudden you have a problem is something that like real, maybe it's just because I've always had like front facing jobs and a bunch of like interpersonal people talking to people's jobs, but to watch this lady catch an attitude because she was like mismanaged her time and was about to catch a flight, about to miss her flight, or wasn't gonna make it, and now somehow we all around her plus TSA needed to like cater to her. I was like, what are you doing? Like, she moving the barricade so she can hop in and out of line and run around and be frantic, and they trying to nicely tell her to stop, because they don't want to take it no further, but she just doing stuff in their face to make it like shit like that happen. Like, you gonna make me take this to the next level? You gonna make me go tap this homeboy and tap homeboy on his shoulder, make him put down his egg salad sandwich to come arrest you because you don't want to listen, and we didn't already told you 3-4 times, chill out, and there's nothing we can do because you knew this already? Like, that type of shit. Like, even watching it in restaurants, like there was another dude at the gate she was like, you need to be on this side of the barrier, and he was like, what do you mean it doesn't matter, I'm getting on the plane? Okay, cool, but we ain't boarding yet, get on this side of the barrier. Like, so shit like that just, it drives me to a different level of being like, I should beat your ass just because. Like, this isn't necessary. None of this is necessary. Like, you could just be a decent human fucking being and walk your simple Simon ass right over here. All she told you to do was not be on the side of this line, and you decided to go sit next to the window and not be able to board the plane in the first place because you didn't have first class, you didn't have priority boarding, you weren't with the 2-year-old, you were just over here because you felt like you could be over here, and when she asked you to move, you had a problem. So any type of that, any of that shit always makes me want to be like, let's go talk over here. Because it's just fucking dumb. Let me holler at you right here outside of this view, this camera.
Right quick. You gonna make it or not. But
like that shit, like, come on. Like, just the lack of common decency. Like, bro, you know you're not supposed to be doing this. And that's kind of like, it all wraps into one, because like I hate people that do shit knowingly, like just do dumb shit because. Like, that level of it is why? Man, because if you say because, yeah, so that's my pet peeve for everybody. Why'd you do it? Man, because. That's all you got? So you fucked up everybody else's day because. Like, anytime I see a video when somebody's like arguing on a plane, I'm like, man, we ain't finna make it. Just like what them motherfuckers was arguing at the gate at when we were trying to get home. I'm like, these people stressed out. These people stressed out. They done been through 4 days of hell with these goddamn airline system being down. And now you want to argue with her at the last possible moment?
Right.
Man, you better leave this lady alone. We won't none of us make it back to Oakland. Like, people, and that it boggles my mind when people look at you and go, "Why do you do that?" Talk to somebody like that got common sense. Like, I don't understand. Like, you don't. Like, telling people thank you when they hand you your food and shit. Like that shit. Yeah, all of that shit. All of that just when you remove common decency from the equation, all of that shit drives me up the wall.
You going round robin style?
Hmm.
Round robin style?
Yeah. Go ahead. Shoot a shot. Shoot a shot, kid.
I think once chewing with your mouth open. I can't take it. People who chew with their mouth open. Why can I hear you eating?
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? Like, yo.
I turned off a movie the other day because that shit was in there. I can't do it.
A few years ago when I used to work at the window company, smart, very small company, so for the most part, there were like two of us in each. So some people sat out in the open area, but like in the office where I was, there were two desks. So me and one other girl. And she used to chew like that. And every day at lunchtime, I used to think I was just going to lose my shit. And so my manager's like, well, no headphones. No. Put my headphones on because it's the only way that I can think properly. Like I can't. She sounded like Mr. Ed over there at her desk.
Damn.
And the room wasn't but this big, and I felt like it was like in Dolby surround sound. So I think that's one of my biggest ones. People who chew with their mouth open. I don't want to hear you eating. I don't want to hear you. Unless you eating chips. If you eating chips or a nicely fried chicken wing, I can handle a crunch. But if you eating soup, I don't want to hear that shit.
Fuck people that smack on noodles.
Don't do it.
Like I can get past the quick slurp, but like
the quick slurp. But some people do too much.
Yeah.
Excuse me, lady.
Yeah, and then you gotta like gather all of them, and then you be smacking on all them fucking noodles. I'm like, it's a fucking noodle. Like that. Speaking of crispy chicken wings, them chicken wings I sent you a picture of.
Yeah.
Man, A1. I go back just for those. I don't think they deliver though. Plus that delivery fee gonna be a little high.
Just a skillet. And by the time the chicken get here, probably a little salty.
A little cold. You mean you got air fryer?
I don't know if I want Back to the Future chicken.
You want Back to the Future? You gonna eat that Back to the Future chicken? Listen, who are we kidding? You gonna eat that Back to the? You gonna try that Back to the Future chicken wing?
I don't know who bringing it. That's the thing. Now, if you brought it back, I'd be like, okay. But who's bringing it back from the future?
Right. Okay. All right. I got you. Yes. Asylum. Would you? Other than people that can't properly hyphenate words.
People that stand too close to me in line. Cause like, why are you right here?
Why are you breathing on my neck?
I can't stand that shit. Like if I'm in a line at the store and I'm putting my stuff, wait till my stuff get past me. If I'm standing there, don't be at the back of my neck getting ready to breathe around the front so you can grab the little stick to start putting your stuff up there. If I wanted to move so you could have space, I would the fuck move. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. So that is something like I try to, but not even with the COVID situation, but just in general, I'd be like, man, does everybody have enough room? Are we all good here?
I'm the type that'll turn around. Excuse me, can you back up? Or I'll just watch the belt move and I won't. I'll let the last of my shit get past the lady and in the bag before I walk up.
I've learned that if I turn sideways, you don't walk up on me.
True.
I've started doing that. Go sideways, put my hands in my pocket, go real big and shit, like Cobra and shit. Try to fluff out. See if I can get some space, some air around my circumference. Cause yeah, people don't respect that. This is where I'm breathing, but I don't want to breathe in your air at the same time. Like, so yeah.
That's a big one because I really that doesn't make sense to me. Like, who wants to be all on? Well, I guess it depends on the person. Who trying to be all up on your ass like that?
Sometimes it be ladies. A lot of times, not to be funny, I find it to be people that are not from here, like foreign people do it a lot. And maybe that's a custom because of like, not trying to be funny, but like the flea markets and shit like that, they're normally on top of each other like that. But when we're here, I need social distancing.
I need at least 3 feet. At least.
At all times. North, south, east, and west.
Yeah, the whole perimeter needs to be 3 feet out.
We need 3 feet outside of the 6.
I want to be able to do arm circles all the way around this bitch.
Yeah, if I decide to do push-ups right now, I should not have a problem.
I'm gonna start farting. That's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Survive by any means, man. But air this whole motherfucker out right now. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start holding on to them silent.
Okay, he's venturing off, Marcus.
No.
Yes. Hey, sorry, not to do this, but somebody shit on my flight going, and I ain't never been so mad in my motherfucking life.
No, okay, wait, no, hold on. I don't know where the fuck I was going. I was going somewhere. I think I was going to Melissa's birthday party. And somebody's service dog got diarrhea in the front of the plane.
Yeah, that was on your way to me.
Oh, hell no.
I'm no, letting this motherfucker and let Fido the fuck off. Cause it's like we were just sitting there, and then the whole plane just smelled like, and then they like spraying the plane and shit, and then they done tied the flight attendants are cleaning up the fucking carpet. Then I look up and they done tied a lucky bag around the dog's head. Pilot, you need to call air traffic control, let them know you need to bring this bitch down because Snoopy and Woodstock need to get the fuck up off of here.
Man, like if you've never been on a Hawaiian Airlines flight, like they got their first class, then they got the extended leg room, and then it's good luck niggas. So I was in the extended leg room, like the very front row of the extended leg room, which is basically the front of the plane, because you only got like 8 rows of first class.
Okay.
When I tell you it was me and the couple next to me, these very lovely clear people, when the door opened, we were not talking, but all 3 of us were like, what the fuck? It damn near unison. Everybody head turned like, I know this motherfucker didn't. It was all the way bad. They tell you can't cross the curtain. Like they button the curtain closed on the side. Like you can't go into first class to use the bathroom. It was, I don't know what had happened, what if that was like his morning I got coffee situation or whatever, but whoever it was fucked that bathroom up and then opened the door and tried to walk out, and it didn't. It shot to the plane so quick. Like in the act of racial unity, all of us were like, oh, we need to kick his ass. That old white dude was asleep. Her husband was out. But when he opened that door, he popped up. What was that? But it was so bad, I turned my movie off. I was like,
I can't even watch this. I can't even concentrate.
What the hold on? I had
my eyes, nose, and mouth shut.
Bro, man, he already knows how I fly. I got my hoodie all halfway down. I'm probably lit. I'm trying to watch my movie in peace. When it hit me, hold on, partner. Wait a minute. What in the fuck?
That's some bullshit.
But it gets you know what? But like I say that, but like I was talking to my evil twin because I went with him. He said the lady in front of him had their kid with them, and their kid shit like 15 minutes into the flight, and she never changed him.
Mm-mm.
It's a 5.5 hour flight.
Get somebody else. Ma'am.
He said they were about 15 to 30 minutes in, and you were just like,
Ma'am, I don't know if you had COVID and your smell is gone, but ours is not. And I'm going to need you to go and take little Rufus.
so they never changed. Never once did she change that. I was like, yo.
That baby ass was burning by the time they got to wherever they was going then.
Yeah, from SFO to Maui, 5 hours, 15 minutes, something like that.
Sitting there soaking in it.
So basically for 4 hours, just.
No, ma'am. CPS should have been on the other side of that gate when she got the hell off that plane. It was ill.
Yeah, so it gets worse. I mean, I don't know. He didn't tell me it smelled horrible. He said that they smelled bad. I was like, well, if that's your habit, yeah.
Yeah.
But all I know is when homeboy did shit on my flight, I was like, we need to find you and have you sent back. Because, bruh, the number one rule is you cannot shit on the plane. It's like riding the tour bus. You cannot shit on the plane. But he didn't give a fuck. He shit all through that plane. It was only funny because, the only reason I thought it was funny because it really smelled bad was the fact that these white people that did not know me and were old as hell all had the exact same reaction.
What the hell, Ethel?
Yeah, Ethel, you smell shit. All this money I paid for this ticket.
Right.
That's really
about my goddamn nap.
Exactly.
Especially if you pay extra.
Right.
You gotta pay extra. You do gotta pay extra.
Burnt nose hairs came with extra leg room.
That part.
It definitely didn't come with my free drink.
You paid to sit next to the toilet. I still paid to sit on this motherfucker, not to die, be gas masked out of here.
I'm like, excuse me, can y'all let down the oxygen?
Y'all drop down the little. Y'all know.
I need fresh air. Something in this cabin ain't.
Fuck Robert.
Well, I don't know if everybody does it because I don't remember them doing it when we flew, Key, but like Hawaiian pumps misted air into the cabin.
Yeah.
And if you're not prepared for that before takeoff, it makes you second guess some shit because all of a sudden you look over and you just see fog and mist. Hey, hold on now. Yeah. Wait, hey. Does everybody? And my ass immediately perks up and was like, everybody see, it's on both sides. So everybody sees this, right?
Okay. With the fruit and vegetables type shit.
I don't know what it's for, but it really just.
But that's what it looked like.
Oh, yeah, it immediately whatever it is, it immediately cools the plane down and air does start to flow better.
Mm-hmm.
But if you not looking and all of a sudden you see a fine smoke coming from the cargo container, hey, wait a minute, wait a goddamn minute, man. All of my Negro senses kicking. I'm looking at other people
hell yeah.
You see that?
Y'all see this?
Hey, why is nobody panicking?
That's the other part. Why is nobody else concerned? Because I didn't see this coming. But now that I'm going home, wait a minute now.
Oh shit!
But I understand it though, because the Hawaii airport is, the Maui airport is basically an open air environment, so it's kind of humid.
Yeah.
So I get it, but you gotta warn a motherfucker. You can't just turn off the lights and all of a sudden.
Like you get ready to be in a video and shit.
Exactly. I'm thinking the ghost of Prince is about to come out this motherfucker because everything is purple.
Like on Fresh Prince, remember when BBD was shooting?
Hell yeah, when they
exactly. Y'all out here moving this fucking curtain. You got these fucking purple running lights, and now everything is smoky and purple.
So play.
If Prince come out right now, I have a bigger problem. That nigga been gone.
Yeah, well, there's that.
So what is going on here with me? This ain't cool. But yeah, no, everybody else was perfectly fine. The flight attendants was locking shit up. I'm like, oh, it still took me a minute, but I was like, y'all need to like put this on a billboard or some shit. Can I get this on the? I know to keep my fucking shoes on. Tell me that it's about to get smoky in this motherfucker.
Right.
All right. Well, I think we covered all this week's topics plus airplane etiquette.
I hope Fido feeling better wherever the fuck he at.
Fight for life.
Nah, I don't. Whoever homeboy is at, I hope he's not feeling better.
Fuck him. I hope he got off that plane and went directly to a hospital. But
yeah, no, whoever he was, I hope they lost his bags because that motherfucker.
God damn.
That's tough.
I hope they lost all of his shit. I saw a lady try to get on the airplane without a fucking ID. I don't know what happened to her shit, but I was like, you about to hold this line up. Sorry. I have a picture of it. Why do you have a picture of your ID?
How'd she get that far?
She got to TSA. This is one again, Tommy Tryhard. So the line is starting to back up, but the dude at the front is like, I'm only using the brand new technology. I ain't doing none of this shit by hand. So he's like, you got to look at the camera. I got to scan your ID. I got to scan your boarding pass. And he going through all the protocols. Mm-hmm. But the line ain't moving. And it's just getting stacked up. And then he gets to this one lady who the lady has her boarding pass, but for whatever reason doesn't have an ID. I don't know how or what happened, but she ain't got no ID. She has a picture of her ID. Don't ask me why she has a picture of her driver's license and not her actual driver's license, but she has it.
She happens.
Yeah, I mean, shit. You come back from vacation. I fully understand. I damn near thought I lost my credit card and my ID. So I get it. But for whatever reason, she's at the front of the line, like trying to negotiate with this man to get on the plane, and he's like, "Nope." And I'll call the supervisor, and the supervisor. First of all, this is the best shit I've seen from any supervisor. The supervisor came down, saw how long his line was and what he was doing, and was like, "Hey, go over there, go count vegetables."
That away.
And then brought in Manuel, and Manuel was like, "Go on." Manuel ain't looking at nothing. Right. Manuel like boarding pass. This shit okay. We good. You good to go. 2 lines that way, all the way down. Manuel turned a 45-person line into a 2-person line real quick. He got everybody on. Everybody made their flight fucking with him because he was like, "Come on, let's go."
What you probably barely there, so Manuel was like, "Hey, look."
Yeah,
you ain't never asked me. I ain't asking y'all. Go ahead.
He looked at my ID. All right, he scanned your boarding pass. Have a good day. I ain't never seen nobody just flick it. He was just like, yeah, all right, yeah, look good to me. I don't know if it's the same thing.
Go ahead.
The name looked the same on the ID as it looked on my screen when he scanned the boarding pass. Go on now, get. That was it. But
I mean, we'll say y'all ain't finna be running in now this goddamn house.
Nah, hell nah. You finna get the fuck on. But other homeboy, like that shit was crazy for the supervisor to be like, you bullshitting. Don't get the fuck.
Go sit down there. Go take bag pictures or something. Do something.
Yeah. Go over to the fruit and vegetable inspection line. That's where you can go. Go work that machine.
Yeah.
They got checking frozen breast milk.
I need you to go. You need to go make sure the curb is still there. Go inspect and make sure the curb is not gone.
Right.
And you are now in charge of the curb.
Because I remember when I went to New York when Tyron was like 9 months old. So because I was still breastfeeding, I was still pumping every 2 hours and freezing it, So I think on the way home, all of them were frozen solid except for one bag because it was one I did right before we got on the plane because I'm like, it's going to be too long if I try to make it all the way home. And so, but it was in there with the frozen one. So it was almost frozen, but it was not solid. So if they're solid, they don't have to scan them. They let them be. They don't have to test them. But if it's liquid, they do test the container. So I told the lady, I was like, look, I said, all of it is frozen. I said, except for that one, because I pumped it about 30 minutes ago. It hasn't had a chance to freeze. Do you know she was about to rip through my bag and check that one? The supervisor was like, mm-mm. Please let her go. And her milk. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Every now and again, it's one person with common sense in charge, and they're like, "What are we doing? What are we doing? Why?
Right. Why is you ready to hold us up?
Yeah, why are you about to shut down this line for what?
Bullshit.
2 ounces of unfrozen. And mind you, like I said, it was in the cooler with the other frozen one and the ice pack. So in another 3 minutes, it wasn't going already. In another 3 minutes, it would have been frozen. So now you finna pull out your little tissue and wipe it across all 55 bags of breast milk while we wait here.
I think the coolest one I ever got was dude knew, obviously. He looked at me and he was like, "You're fine." Well, I was still working for FedEx, and he looked at my badge, and all he did was literally read my King magazine, bit my Converse in half, and was like, go have a great day. He was like, "Go on, catch your flight." That was it. I was like, first of all, I was wearing Chucks. So he was like checking my shoes. I'm like, Chucks? He was, what do you think I'm hiding in the sole of a Chuck? It's this thing. I'm already standing on the ground. All he did was, this is how long ago it was. He just grabbed my little King magazine. It was like,
take a gander.
He closed it back, put it back in my bag. It was like, all right, enjoy your flight. I mean, that was cool because I didn't have to wait in the real line because they pulled me straight out. But that shit was, he was
always panic when they be like, whose bag is this? I'd be like, yo, what the fuck did I leave in there? Ma'am, is this your bag? I'd be like, fuck.
Was it on the way going or was it on the way coming back when they was holding my bag hostage?
Well, what?
They held your bag hostage coming back.
Coming back, yeah.
Yeah, they did. You got double searched, and I was like, I don't know why you searching her. The weed in my bag. But anyway,
is this your bag? Can you come? I was like, fuck.
Well, no.
Last time they did that is when I bought memes. I bought a plant home. And I was like, it's a piece of plant. It's just plant.
She said there was nothing in my bag. I guess she said that the scanner didn't get a picture of it. So when she went, it pulled it to the side because it didn't catch the picture. So she had to put it back through just so it could take a picture. Because once it came back through, she's like, "Oh, here you go." Didn't look in it. She just said that it didn't get a picture on the machine.
Yeah, because I just looked for my backpack because I was like, once my backpack got through, I was like, I give a shit about what else you catch.
Right.
We got
backpack. You had these shoes, these flip flops, you had all that shit.
Yeah, all that shit on there. I'll replace that shit. But the backpack.
The cell phone.
Don't open the backpack. Don't please God, don't open the backpack.
Get my goddamn backpack.
Don't open the backpack. We don't ask me no questions about what's in this backpack right now.
That part.
But I know the rules. They were like, you can take up to 4 ounces. I'm gonna take 3 just to be on the safe side. Y'all not finna be fucking with me.
Yeah, because you can't weigh properly.
Yeah. So nah. And one of them might even, this is how bold. One of them might even bother to unlabel. It said strawberry haze on it. I didn't even bother to take the label off. I'm like, you bold, brother. Because you can't even lie about what this is.
Right.
I would have said it's THCA.
It don't matter. It don't matter. That motherfucker said it had a big ass cannabis leaf on it.
Damn.
Sir, what is this?
This Delta 9. 4. It's not even real Delta.
That ain't even my Delta. What he can't even say, this ain't even my bag. I don't.
Whose bag is this? I don't know.
I thought, that's my bag over there. Y'all held up the wrong bag. Oh shit.
That part. That's not even my shit. All right, y'all. Y'all on the plane.
I'm gonna go ahead and get about y'all way. I hope you catch that motherfucker. He's a danger.
Up here.
Yeah.
Y'all better
He
get him.
smelled funny. Yeah, right.
He's a menace to society right here. He doesn't know
Right.
doesn't know how to follow rules and regulations.
His mama ought to be embarrassed left his bag up here like that.
Exactly.
I also feel like it depends on the airport because, like Baltimore, BWI, you can tell there's a bunch of people that live from Baltimore work there. They don't give a shit. Weed is legal in Maryland. It ain't nobody looking at you funny when you come through there and you smell fresh buddly. They just like, good morning. They smell buddy. But if you go somewhere else where it ain't legal and you get off that plane, they be looking at you.
What was it? The dude, there was a cat recently, and I can't remember where he was going, but he flew out of Oakland with like 20 pounds of weed. Now, Oakland has a 3-pound tolerance.
Yep.
They will let you leave with 3 pounds. What happens to you when you land? Out of their control. They'll let you go through TSA with 3 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But after that ain't their problem.
That's crazy.
But this individual decided he was going to slide through with 20, and they didn't stop him. He did. They just picked up the phone. They were like, yo, such and such on X, Y, and Z flight. When he touched down, just go ahead. Go ahead and take care of that.
That's crazy. So you can fly weed from a legal state to a legal state?
To an illegal state. It don't matter. Wherever that plane is going is wherever you're going. But once again, if you get to that state and for whatever reason they want to talk to you about something, you got to deal with it on their terms.
Yeah, but like if it's from a legal state to a legal state, they won't.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm thinking. Like,
yeah, like
to Maryland.
California, Colorado, nobody's batting an eyelash.
Yeah, like if I come to California and I go land in Maryland, then for research purposes, that's good to know.
Yeah. I had an Uber driver who owned a cannabis company and had gone through all the paperwork, break down to me how he legally moves it and how he was getting tougher. He was like, what I do, and this is once again not personally what I do, but what he did, allegedly, what he was telling me was he takes like 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds with him, which is under what the TSA is talking about. So that'll be on his person, like in one of his carry-on bags.
Okay.
And then he would go to like Harbor Freight and buy either the soft tool kit or like what they were calling gun cases with the locks on them because they're airtight. And he hollows out the phone and puts another 3 to 5 pounds in there, locks it, and checks it. He goes, they don't look. He goes, and if they're looking, what are they looking at? It's an airtight case with 2 locks on it.
Yeah.
That says gun case on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to declare my gun case if it's in a checked bag. So what are you looking at? And he was like, that's how he was doing it. And that's how his nephew was doing it. And they were going places like Texas, Louisiana. And because allegedly all drug prices are not the same state to state, that's where they were getting the biggest bang for their buck. So that's how he was telling me he was getting around it. And he was like, I fly out of Oakland damn near primarily.
I guess so.
But he was like, that's how he got his money to open his storefront.
Well.
So. Well.
Something new every day.
Allegedly. Oh, here you want to learn something new every day. It's actually relevant. Did you know that Justin Timberlake ain't the only person on Crimea River?
I knew that.
I didn't know till recently.
Oh.
That what?
Justin Timberlake, like, well, it was like, oh, it's just Justin Timberlake, but like half of the vocals for.
No, I just heard that recently, but don't tell me who it was.
It's gonna kick you in the ass when you find out, because it blew my mind.
I just heard it too, like literally on like social media.
Damn, because it fucked me up. Because I would have never known.
It was on inside the CD cover, but I've been a Justin Holic since the Mickey Mouse Club, so I read the inserts.
Okay, tell me, because I can't remember.
It's Marsha Ambrose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that shit, like she just naturally just belted it out in an interview and was like, "Oh yeah, that's me on this part, this part, this part, this part."
Mhm.
I'm like, "What the fuck?" Justin stayed doing shit to get his black code revoked. Been lying for years. But yeah, fun fact: if you don't know, now you know. Which leads us to songs of the week.
Mm.
And I was supposed to post them last time. I know I did not. Things got crazy the last couple weeks. Asylum, you will be going first.
Of course. I've actually been bebopping to an indie artist that I'm familiar with. And so I would say it's Wave by Alfred Banks.
Okay. I want to say, why do I feel like I want to say I've heard that? But okay, I got you. Come on with your ratchetness, Kiana.
Don't treat me like that. Okay? Don't treat me like that. So, do I get a ratchet song too? Since your assumption is that I have one?
That's not an assumption. That's an educated, calculated guess.
Okay, well, anywho.
And it's correct.
Not true.
What's your song?
See, you gotta treat me like this.
What's your song? What is your song, Key? What is your non-ratchet song?
Thank you. I have been listening to Footsteps in the Dark Part 2 by Sir.
Okay. Do you want to give them your ratchet song? Because I know you
I
have one.
do now because you done brought it up. Well, it's not really ratchet though. I've been listening to Halftime by Young Thug.
It's pretty ratchet, but okay.
I didn't go Glorilla. I didn't go Sexy Red. I could have gone.
I was gonna say Glorilla at first too.
Huh?
I was gonna say Glorilla at first.
Both of yes.
By the way, they gonna let my mans go home
Soon, apparently, because they about to declare a mistrial not too long from now.
The jury is like, yo, we broke. And we need to go home. We ain't making no money here. We struggling.
Yeah.
The jury's ready to go. They was like, they told us, so many days we will be out of here. We all know jury duty pays pennies on the dollar.
What is it, $5, $10?
Something like that. But they're like, we broke. We broke. We ready for this to be over. We ready to go home. The jury, so some of the jury is starting to back out because they're like, I can't afford this anymore. So they finna run out of jury members. Because DA Love just dragging it. Just fucking dragging it. I see what the fuck I see it. She be playing in them people's face. Just be playing in them people's face.
Yeah. The last thing I saw was when the judge was like, I can't believe, we ran out of words. She was like, I can't believe y'all even got me in here right now. He was like, I'll be back. That was the last thing I saw.
Yeah, because they be dragging it. Like they just be, oh, we forgot this wasn't in Discovery. Oh, we forgot this wasn't in Discovery. Oh, we thought that was in Discovery. So she was like, yo, y'all keep doing this shit. She was like, I find it hard to believe with a DA with your years of experience isn't doing this on purpose. So she's like, either you're doing this on purpose or you're just haphazardly presenting this case as you come up with stuff as you go along.
Yeah, that was the last thing that I saw. That she was just lighting into him about that.
And then magically, she was like, y'all need to figure it out. So then magically, a couple days later, they was like, well, this needs to be in Discovery, and this and this and this. And she was like, so where did all this stuff come from? Did it come from because you guys have been holding it? Or did it come because the court said you guys need to figure it out? And then you all guys sat down and talked to each other to figure out what was what. I was like, boy, I said, everybody's sick of this shit. Everybody's sick of this shit. And what's her name? Fannie Willis need to just let it go. Just let my boy go home because
they go retry him. Even if they declare a mistrial, they'll retry him.
That she need to just give up the ghost. Just tell your people to back down. Y'all don't got nothing. They absolutely got the fact that y'all presenting song lyrics. Y'all presenting song lyrics. Come on, y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all grandstanding. And at this point, you ain't gonna have no jury because you've been dragging it so fucking long. I mean, don't get me wrong. Lil Woody was fucking entertaining. He was the best part of the damn trial.
I knew he was going to jail.
Who?
Woody. Because every time they asked him something, he said something crazy back. I was like, oh, bro, you got to go.
Well, that's because they gave him immunity.
Yeah. When they gave him immunity and he pled the fifth anyway.
Well, no, the first time he did, but this time the judge told him, you cannot plead the fifth. If you plead the fifth or I find out you're holding out information, then you will go back to jail. So this time he just was like, I said it, but I was lying in. And then the best part when he looked at her and he said, Your Honor, I can say anything and I won't go to jail. She was like, yes, that's the deal. He was like, me and I forgot the guy's name. We shot out Rich Homie Quan, Daddy Barbershop. So he done total himself in a dead man because he got immunity and the dead man is long gone, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when she asked him, Love asked him, did Thug have a problem with whoever? When he's about, why you asking me? Thug behind you. Hey, Thug, did you have a problem with? I was like, yo. I was like, Woody has tickled me. I said, Woody has tickled me. He has pimped the hell out of this immunity.
What you gonna do? What exactly you gonna do?
There's nothing that they can do.
Yeah, what exactly you gonna do? You told him he was fine, and he's acting fine. Well, speaking of Rich Homie Quan, my song is actually gonna be Flex. I don't know why that was came up on the radio a few times in my limited workouts over the last couple of weeks. But yeah.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. That's gonna do it for another episode of Jack of All Talks. Once again, I am Mr. One of One, your host. Well, I was the host today. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen next week. No, you flex it, okay? Let's go ahead. Go on. In the show strong, Asylum.
Not in the show strong. I'm still out.
Yeah, okay, sorry guys.
I'm still out here. That's all I got.
Still out here. We got to do one more. We got to do one more episode before Asylum turn clear for the winter.
It's coming.
Yeah, because it's going.
Look at her fading down there, fading as we speak. I feel like we need to make a calendar. We need to make
like with the little moon face and shit. Would it be
she's gone.
They'll like press it. The next time y'all see me, it's gonna be like half my face and shit. Asylum's on the cusp. Yeah.
It's just that shit they said winter is coming.
It's coming. Disappear.
You know what?
Send help.
Just went out, and I know winter. You want to know how I know winter's here? When I was little, we used to know winter was here because my mom used to have hair under her armpits because she wasn't shaving. First of all, now I know winter is coming because Melissa be disappearing.
That part.
I love it. Look at evolution. Thank you, Lord, for always making sure I know what season it is.
This is my invisible cloak, so I can pull up and mollywop somebody in their ass before they know I'm there.
What happened? I got punched by a cloud. What?
Yeah, Invisigirl and shit. She gonna whoop your ass in the winter.
I got bitch slapped by the mist. I'm winter sorry. What?
Shit with the snow slap.
How you get drop kicked by fog? I don't know.
By fog. First it stink. And then I
That's it. We're done. That's it.
About a bitch, or we need to talk some shit through, or this is what happened. He's more than free to do that. But any girl that comes to me and says, you know what your brother did, is getting battered in her shit.
But you was talking capital D type. You was identifying as trans water bottle.